Hey guys, Craig here for another episode today on the Legacy Forge podcast where franchisees come to me and we go from where they are now to where they want to be. Yeah. We shift from the do state to the be state very quickly, less than 90 days. Yeah. Today's episode. So first up, my name's Craig Whitney. I'm your host. Like and subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube for the video. See the handsome me, voila. Continuing on doing these solo episodes. So, a quick announcement. I have Joseph Michelli coming soon to the Legacy Forge podcast. He is the customer-centric and founder of the Wow Experience American PhD. He's worked with companies like Zappos, Mercedes. He's worked with both CEOs of Starbucks. He's worked with Macquarie here in Australia, the owner of all the data centers where AI is being put through. He's worked with Airbnb, Ritz-Carlton, just to name a few. PhD, pure left brain, got a lot to say on the wow factor, and I had the privilege of interviewing him for 10 minutes on failures rather than his expertise, because this is what Legacy Forge is. It's about learning from failures. And, the stories of what it takes to build a franchise and a successful business, not the success idolization of look at me and my rented fucking jet and my Ferrari, right? No, no. I'm all about creating community of people who learn from one another, right? Not this influencer bullshit. So today's episode, work-life balance, another little trendy Gen Z word that I've seen reappear again. Look, I'm going to shoot straight on this one. There's no such thing as work-life balance, and I hear it a lot in the franchisee world, and it's a really real sell point for franchises to close franchise sales, right? To sell territories and runs and whatever else, right? Of course, I get it with a franchise as a system, right? And you work around that system because the system works, and I don't take away from the system, and I operate within the guardrails of a system. But really, at the end of the day, it's your business, right? You can do what you want. However, if you want to be the top 1% in your business, if you want to be the most dominant franchisee or the most dominant independent business, and I say this with love because I have surrounded myself with very dominant coaches who go absolute vertical in their expertise, and they dominate an area. They dominate a niche and will not let competition in at all, right? For example, right? Who's someone I could use? The franchise that I'm involved with, right? He's gone, Jim Penman himself, great man, very intelligent man, very smart with what he's done, right? Not the most people-centric man, not the most extroverted, highly introvert, very academic PhD, right? Very smart, right? Taken a franchise, done well with it and duplicate it across different subsectors, right? Gone vertical, not horizontal, vertical, and dominated the spaces, right? Dominated to the point where other competition that have come in have struggled, right? VIP used to be the number one franchise back in the 80s, right? Now they're seriously struggling, and I'm actually I'm reaching out to get involved with their franchisees because there's a lot of work there for me. Yeah. Same as Fox and a few of these other wannabe home improvement franchise systems. Because I shop around on the complaints department, right? Not just Google reviews. I go in the Glassdoor. I go under, who else we got? Trustpilot and a few of these other genuine review sites. Product reviews, another good one. The big one for me is Glassdoor, though. right? It's a very accurate and a very destructive review site. You get your name on there and you can kiss your business goodbye. Yeah, pretty much. And that's where I shop for problems. Very unorthodox, but that's where I go looking. And I don't go just looking for common, like little whinge fests, like, franchisee run a red light or cut me off on the highway, just common bullshit that people whinge about. I'm talking legitimate problems like people not turning up late, turning up drunk, turning up intoxicated, behaviour, character flaws, integrity flaws. I'm looking for behaviours that lead to business failure beyond just driving spats. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I look for. And I have great success at it. So back to the topic of work-life balance, right? I just went off topic again. Another Gen Z, feel good, fluffy terminology. If you want to be the best franchisee there is, if you want to be the top 1% of entrepreneur, one is, as I said, go vertical. And two is forget work-life balance. Okay? If you're in the age of 25 to 40 and you don't have a family, best opportunity, right? Stop going to the pub with your mates. Get your head down and fucking work. Grind. Push. And I mean push. These are the golden years of your life, right? Push. If you've got a young family, well, priorities kind of change there. It's not work-life balance. It's not even time management. Time management died 15, 20 years ago, right? It's energy management, right? What are 3 things every day that I'm devoting my energy to? Not 30, not 10. What are 3 things? Start with 3 things that I'm devoting my energy to today. Now, if I've got young family, obviously one of those is family time, right? I want to be home to see my family at a certain time and be with them, right? That'll obviously be one. What's the other 2, right? And again, comes back to a previous podcast episode I did, right, where we talked about burnout. What can I delegate? Who can I delegate the $20 an hour jobs to? Yeah. You might have to invest in your business. Sorry, you're in business, are you not? I learned this in the career game, man. Far out. You want a good experience as a franchisee? Buy a transport franchise. Buy into the Aramex or Couriers Please, man. They will grind you. Right? You will get firsthand experience of what it's like to do everything yourself. Right? 60, 70 hour, 80. I mean, I still got the record there of 98 hours in 1 week. Like, I just went for it, man. Yeah. 98 hours. I got the record there. I think I got the record there still. Nobody could keep up with me. And I had that franchise for a few years and I sold it, and within 6 months it collapsed because the operator couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle what I created. And I mean, I created a monster. Yeah. I told him what he needed to do. He needed to systematize. He couldn't do it on his own. Right? Couldn't follow instructions. And within 6 months it collapsed. And I've still got customers over there that call me up now and then asking where I'm at. And I'm like, yeah, I'm out of the courier game at the moment. I'm just taking some time off. Right? I'm out of the truck sitting in the driveway. I'm not doing nothing with it. Taking some time out of the industry. Getting back to the point, work-life balance is a myth. I'm so over these gurus flogging this shit in business that, It's all about balance. It's not about balance at all. It's about priorities and energy management. If you want work-life balance, go work a job. You're not cut out for a business. Go work a job, right? I don't even know managers, hire managers that work a 40-hour week. A good leader will push his team. Yeah. If I'm doing 80 hours a week, I expect my team to be pushing with me. Yeah. So work-life balance doesn't exist at all in the entrepreneurial game. To some degree, even if you're building a franchise, doesn't exist. Does not exist. And I'm so sick and tired of these gurus flogging it. If you want to be the top 1% of the 1%, there's that fine line to walk. The priorities walk. What are you devoting your energy to? Who are you devoting your energy to? Right. Step one, do an audit of what's sucking your energy out. Yeah. People, jobs, tasks. Yeah. Don't be scared to cut people off. Even if even if they are your own family. Right. Loyalty is not defined by blood. Right. And if you're in a marriage and your partner or your significant other is not on board with you, well, I'm sorry. You got to make a choice. Either save the marriage or build the business. One cannot sustain the other. I'll cop a lot of hate for that. But anyway, that's the way it is. Make a choice. I'm not a marriage counselor and I have no interest in being a marriage counselor. And I know the majority of the entrepreneurs I kick around with and leaders are on their second and third marriages. And they've sacrificed a lot to get to where they are today. And I mean a lot. But yet they've learnt a lot along the way at the same time. And the majority of them tell me they'll do things differently next time. Okay? It doesn't come to work-life balance. It comes to priority management. Right? And energy management. What am I putting my energy into? Yeah? So step one, I said audit everything. So step two, work out from your audit what's draining you. Yeah? And step three, delegate and outsource. Invest in a team. I'm telling you, you cannot do this alone as an entrepreneur. The lone wolf dies a terrible death at that, a destructive one, particularly of us men. Alrighty? All right, today's a bit of a quicker episode. Like and subscribe. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the video on the YouTube. You can see a handsome me jumping around like a good chicken dance on TikTok. Hey, if you got some value from this or any other episodes of the Legacy Forge, I have an opportunity where we can have a 30-minute one-on-one connection call. Just a conversation to see if we can partner together, build a relationship. All right. That's it. Simple. Yeah. Links below. Yeah. Book into my Calendly. No pressure. No commitments. All right. All righty. So Joseph, as I said, Joseph Michelli is coming soon. I'm just waiting on the approval for the recording. All right. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. So in the next coming episodes from here on, I'll start teaching a little bit more into the gyms programs. There's a lot of value in that stuff. I've just finished level 3 Empower Me, the 9-month program. And I'll tell you what, between 3 different programs and over 310 pages of a workbook, high volume, high value, like we're not talking surface level personal development here. We're talking stuff that holds the mirror to my face and go, whoa, okay. Nobody asked that question to me before like that. Even in my men's work that I do, nobody's asked me those questions like that. Yeah. It's put me on my ass a few times and gone, okay, let's have a conversation around that. Let's actually do some podcasts around this and add some snippets out there, value, you know, see where we go. Anyways, guys, I'm off. Bye for now.